She came back to this forest, the familiar Yeouulji campsite. She had been here before, but this time she had a plan. A romantic plan. She wanted rain. She checked the forecast. It promised rain. Perfect. She imagined the cozy vibes, the sound of drops on the tent, the peaceful solitude. She packed her car with excitement. Then she hit the road. But the universe had other ideas. As she drove, rain tapped on her windshield. Good, it was working. But when she arrived at the campsite, the rain stopped. Just like that. The sky was still gray. The ground was already dry. The air smelled fresh, clean, like rain had just happened. But it wasn't happening anymore. She stood in the middle of the clearing. She looked up. She looked around. She didn't know whether to laugh or cry. She had prepared for a wet setup. Instead, she got dry ground. A win? Sure, but also a disappointment. She wanted the drama, the struggle, the rain, but fine, she would take it. She still had to set up. The forecast said rain later. She believed it. She had to. So she decided on a 2-layer system, a tent and a tarp. The tent would be her bedroom. The tarp would be her living room. With both, she could survive anything. She unloaded her gear, bags, poles, stakes, tarps, everything. She picked a flat spot. She started assembling. The tent went up first. Poles clicked together, fabric stretched, stakes went in. A cream-colored shelter emerged from the ground. It looked cozy, inviting. Then came the tarp. This was harder. More poles, more ropes, more stakes. But she was experienced. She moved with confidence. She pulled, she tied, she anchored. Soon, a huge tarp hovered above the tent, like a protective umbrella, a shield against the sky. She stepped back. She admired her work. Perfect. Now, time to set up the bedroom. The tent was small, cozy but small. She had brought a secret weapon, an air mattress, self-inflating, the kind that promises luxury sleep. She dragged it inside. She unrolled it. She laid it out. Then she noticed a problem. The mattress was thick, really thick, and her tent was low, low enough that she might hit her head. She wondered if it would even fit. If it inflated fully, would she have room to sit? She didn't know, but she came this far. She had to try. She found the switch. She pressed it. Nothing. She pressed it again. Nothing. She pressed it a third time. Silence. The mattress lay there, flat, lifeless, hopeless. Her heart sank. She checked the switch again. She read the instructions. Oh, the pump needed charging, and she forgot to charge it. Of course she did. Classic. She pressed the switch a few more times.
Just in case.
Nothing but a faint buzz. She felt the despair creeping in. Was she going to sleep on the cold ground? Then she remembered. The mushroom-shaped power bank. Cute, small, useful. She dug through her bag. She found it. She connected the cable. She plugged it in. A light turned on. The charger was working. Hope was not lost. She let it charge. She would do other things while waiting. Time for dinner setup. Normally, she would bring a table and chairs. The full camping experience. But today, she wanted something different. Simpler. More grounded. She pulled out a printed picnic mat. She laid it on the grass, right in front of the tent. She added some soft cushions. She imagined sitting there. Food on the mat. Nature all around. No tables, no chairs, just freedom. Camping, she thought, doesn't need rules. You can do whatever feels right. And right now, this felt right. A cozy outdoor living room. After a while, she returned to the mattress. The power bank had been working. She hoped it was enough. She pressed the switch. The pump roared to life. A deep, powerful hum. Air rushed into the mattress. It started to inflate. Slowly at first, then faster. She watched it grow. Thicker, fuller, more promising. Minutes later, it was done. A solid plush bed. She cheered. She clapped. She said success 3 times. She flopped onto it. Soft. Bouncy. Perfect. The height was a concern. She sat up and almost hit the roof. But lying down was fine. More than fine. It was heaven. The sleeping situation was solved. Now she could focus on food. The sky darkened. The forest dimmed. She turned on the camp light. A warm glow pushed back the darkness. She opened her cooler. The ingredients were ready. Tonight's menu was ambitious. Japanese fried skewers, udon noodles, soft tofu ramen, rice triangles. The plan was to start with skewers, then noodles, but she was starving. The wait was too long. Her stomach demanded instant gratification, so she changed the order. Udon first. Fast, hot, filling. She pulled out a new Japanese pot, shallow, perfect for one person. She added the noodles, the seasoning, the vegetables, water. She fired up the stove. Blue flames danced under the pot. The water started to steam. Then it happened. Rain. First a few drops, then a steady drizzle. It hit the tarp. A soft rhythmic patter. The sound was beautiful. This was what she wanted. The perfect atmosphere. She smiled. Finally, the rain cooperated. The udon boiled. The broth smelled amazing. She added fresh green chili peppers. A kick of heat. She added some pickled radish on the side. In a cool, rainy night, a hot, spicy noodle soup is pure medicine. The udon was ready. She carried the pot to the mat. She sat cross-legged. She grabbed her chopsticks. She took a big slurp. The noodles were bouncy. The broth was rich. The heat traveled down her throat. It spread through her whole body. Her exhaustion faded. The tent struggles. The mattress panic. All forgotten. The chili gave it a perfect kick. It woke up her taste buds. She admitted she hadn't planned on udon. She saw it at the store. The packaging looked appealing. She thought, this belongs with rain, and she was right. Best decision of the day. She drank the hot broth straight from the pot. It warmed her from the inside. She joked she looked like someone with a hangover, desperate for a cure. She wasn't drunk, just tired. Very tired. But the udon fixed everything. Now for the main event. The fried skewers. She laid out the ingredients. Colorful, fresh, plentiful. Purple eggplant, green zucchini, juicy king oyster mushrooms, and a whole tray of shrimp. She even had green chili peppers for frying. A bold choice. She threaded everything onto bamboo sticks. They lined up neatly, like a professional yakitori shop. And then she noticed them. Camp cats. They had appeared from nowhere. They sat nearby, staring. Their eyes followed her every move. They looked like food critics, judging her, begging her. She laughed. She joked in their voice. Hey human, share some with us. They didn't move. They just waited. Patience, strategy. She poured oil into the pot. She waited for it to heat. She prepared the batter, a light coating. She dipped each skewer, one by one, into the oil. Sizzle. The sound was glorious. Bubbles erupted. The aroma exploded. She turned them carefully. Golden brown, crispy, beautiful. Eggplant, zucchini, mushroom, shrimp, one after another. They piled up on the plate. A mountain of fried goodness. She fried the chili peppers last. The whole campsite smelled like a food festival. The platter was complete. She arranged them perfectly. She drizzled sauce on top. She picked up a shrimp skewer. She raised it to the camera. And she ate. Crunchy, juicy, perfect. The vegetables were soft inside. The shrimp was snappy. Each bite was better than the last. Then she reached for the chili pepper. She braced herself. She took a big bite. Instant regret. Heat exploded in her mouth. Her face scrunched. She fanned her tongue. Too spicy. She took another bite anyway. The pain was worth it. The rain grew heavier, from patter to pour. Water streamed off the tarp. She ate on, protected. She was so glad she set up the tarp. Without it, she'd be eating in the dark, in the wet, in misery. But then she confessed. She forgot a pole, a main tarp pole. A crucial mistake. For a rainy camp, this could have been disaster. No pole means no support. Water collects. The tarp collapses. Everything gets wet. But she got creative. She used the tent itself as support and some creative rope work. It wasn't pretty, but it worked. She looked at her makeshift shelter. She shook her head. She almost ruined everything, but she didn't. She saved it. She counted it as a win. The rain drummed through the night. She slept soundly. The morning came. The rain was still falling, heavy, persistent. She unzipped the tent. The air rushed in, fresh, clean, full of earth and plants. She breathed deep. She loved this smell, the smell of rain, the smell of peace. She used to hate rainy days. Now she loved them. Camping changed her, but reality soon hit. She looked at her tarp. It was sagging. A huge pool of water sat in the middle, like a giant water balloon, ready to burst. And then she remembered. Checkout was at 11 a.m., not noon. She looked at her watch. Time was short. Less than 2 hours. She had to eat, pack, and leave. Fast. She rushed. She would make rice triangles, a quick breakfast. She washed the rice. She added water. She turned on the stove. But she forgot something. To soak the rice. The most important step. Without soaking, it won't cook properly. Not in a hurry. She waited. She packed other things. Finally, she checked the pot. Disaster. The rice was raw on the bottom, gluey on top, a complete mess. She tasted it. Hard, dry, uneatable. Her plan was ruined. She felt defeated. Where did she go wrong? Rushing. That's where. She had broken her own rhythm. But she refused to waste it. She thought fast. She grabbed instant noodles. She crushed them into the pot. She added the seasoning. She stirred. A strange new dish was born. Noodle rice porridge. She removed the hardest bits. The rest was edible. It didn't look good, but it tasted fine. Salty, warm, filling. She ate it quickly. It wasn't the breakfast she planned, but it was breakfast, and she survived. She laughed at herself. Camping is full of surprises. This trip, more than most, she finished. No time to rest. She put on her raincoat. She ran into the storm. It was time to break camp. The struggle was real, but she got it done. Wet, tired, but satisfied. Now, if you've made it this far, congratulations. You've survived a rainless rain trip, a powerless airbed, a collapsing tarp, a rice disaster, and a cat jury, all from your couch. If you enjoyed this adventure, she'd be genuinely grateful and a little confused. She still doesn't know why the rain stopped, or why the pump failed, or why the rice refused to cook. But that's camping. It never goes as planned, and that's what makes it fun. Hit that like button if you want more culinary disasters. Subscribe if you want to see her next adventure. Ring the bell if you want to watch her forget something crucial again. She can't promise good weather. She can't promise functional pumps. But she can promise good stories, and at least one moment of, I can't believe I did that. And honestly, that's the whole point. So thank you for watching. Stay dry, stay fed, and if you find a mushroom power bank, keep it charged. See you next time.